Hi, Bob here. I'm going to show you how I complete a MCOM training org WinLink Thursday exercise. So first we go to the MCOM training org website, click on Link Thursday, find the most current assignment, click on the instructions. Read the instructions. This is the most important part, the way to be successful in WinLink, and especially the ETO WLT exercises, to read the instructions. So I assume most people who are watching this video have already participated in one or more exercises, but for those who haven't, an important concept is that we ask everyone to send messages to a clearinghouse. And clearinghouse is based on your geographic area. I'm located in the Pacific Northwest, so I am in Region 10. If you're coming from Canada or from outside the US, you would use ETO-CAN or ETO-DX. I'm in Region 10. Otherwise, use one of these other region numbers. It's ETO-01, ETO-09. Okay, back to the instructions. So I'm going to be creating a storm scenario for severe weather. Take a photo, attach it, and make sure it's 5 kilobytes in size, and then send it to my clearinghouse. That's what I get from my careful reading. So I can put that aside. Here's WinLink Express. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new message for the right template. Severe weather. What I'm going to do, though, is I am going to create what I call a boilerplate. And this has the information that I'll be using for any message of this type. So one thing that will always change will be the date, but I'll always be sending it myself. We can give it my name, my phone number, my email address, where I am, my state, my county, my location. I have a GPS dongle, so everything is taken care of for me. The exercise specified that I fill in all the blanks. So let's go ahead and fill them all in right now. Again, this is for my boilerplate. And I don't know what the conditions are going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure everything is filled in, leaving nothing blank. I think that's supposed to be an N. And I'm not going to have any boilerplate comments, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this. And I'm done with this form. So in my download folder, here's my boilerplate file, and I'm just going to move that to another folder, which I'm going to call WinLink boilerplate. Now let's go ahead and do the exercise for real. One thing I like to do is I like to use contacts. So I minimize the chance of typographical mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and create some contacts. Now, I already have one for myself and one for my clearinghouse. This again is going to minimize the chance of making mistakes. Another thing I like to do, especially for ETO, is to make sure that I always give myself a return message receipt and add myself to the list of CCs. This is a recommended tip in the ETO instructions. Unfortunately, here it doesn't use the context, so I'll have to type it in by hand. I'm sure that's on the list of things to do at WinLink development team, but they have other higher priority things. Okay, I'm going to close that and create a new message. And you see that I've screwed up my email address. This is why we double check everything. How does that look? That looks a lot better. Let's create a new message again. Hey, we got that. We got that. Select template from the standard templates, weather templates, severe weather. Okay, now rather than filling in everything again, all I have to do is come over and say load template. So I just navigate myself to my boilerplate directory and pick up my severe weather template. Now is the time for me to add the time, date and time. Nothing in the boilerplate has changed, which is great. Let's say that I can now assert that there are no floods and that there is no hail, and we're certainly having no winter precipitation of any sort. I'm going to leave the rest blank, except now I'm going to add a comment. Perfect weather. I'm not going to submit. I'm not going to save this. I'm going to submit it now. And here's my form. It has my CC above. Let me go ahead and attach that weather file that I have. So let me add an attachment. It's in my download folder already. I'll click on this. Whoa, I get a red light saying it's kind of big. So I'll select this, say edit and resize the image. So it's telling me the file size is big and this is how many pixels. I'm going to do a quick crop of the image because it's not really going to change very much. Say crop. The image has been reduced in size. It's still kind of big. I need to resize it now. The exercise asked for 5 kilobytes, so I'm just going to say change size and save. Now I check and double check the image size here. Looking at the exercise results, lots of people have sent in really tiny images. 300 by 200 is still a useful size image. So double check, make sure that your image resizing has been done correctly. Otherwise, we can just say save changes. We see that we have a 5 kilobyte file. We're finished. Well, only thing we have to do now is address it. Here we use our address book to make sure we get it right. And post to the outbox. One last thing I like to do before submitting is take a look at it in the outbox. I confirm the address. I confirm the CC. Message request selected. I check the attachments. Everything is there. So I say I'm ready to post. I'm ready to start my session and send it on in. So that's all I have for you at this point. I hope this helps you complete ETO exercises in the future. Thanks.